Hey, my name's Steve Martile, and in this video, I'm going to teach you some cool stuff. There's been a lot of more comments on my videos, and I wanted to talk about a couple things. But the main theme of this video is that hoping is not having. I had a conversation, I've had a few conversations with different people, friends, and just listening to other videos, BitChute, YouTube. What's really interesting, there's this term called hopeism, right? Hopeism. Like you've just like feel hope. And I thought, well, that's interesting because hope is an old paradigm. It's an old timeline. Hoping is not having. That's the whole point, right? If you hope that something's going to happen, I guarantee your vibration is not having it. And if you're hoping, you're in an older timeline, you're in an older paradigm, and more importantly, whatever you're hoping for is not going to show up. Because you're hoping for it. It's sort of like wanting. If you want it, you don't have it. And because you don't have it, you hope. And you hope. And it never shows up. And you can do that into infinitum. And it will never show up. So I want to talk deeper on this idea that hoping is not having. And then get you to go from hoping to having. Okay? It's not that hard if you practice. You really got to practice. Okay, and this is more about discipline more than anything else. Okay, anything that I'm going to talk to you about today, it's about discipline. It's about like committing to yourself to do this and practice it. It's going to start with small little things during the day, and I'll give you some examples. Okay, so let me talk about first this hoping side. Okay, you've seen me talk about this before, but hoping is this 3 hertz timeline. Okay, so hoping, wanting, needing, praying, right? All the same side. It's all stuff that won't get you to having what you want. Okay? So if you're in the hoping, wanting, needing, having, like you need money or you need business or you need clients and you're wanting someone or you're hoping that something's going to change, there's a lot of big changes that are going on the planet. There's no doubt in my mind. But to be on the optimism side where you already know, right? Optimism is a form of like knowing. That's a different timeline. Now you're in the timeline where it's complete. It's already done. We already won. You already got what you want. And on that side, it's a different vibration. And because it's a different vibration, you remember you have technology in your body. Number one, the pineal gland that is sending out signals and downloading signals in the timeline that you're in. But if you're in a hoping timeline, you're going to get signals that are going to keep you there. But there's this whole other reality, which is what I'm trying to open you up to. There's this whole other reality where you're not hoping, you feel as if it's already complete. And that's enthusiasm. There's a state of knowing. So how do you get there if you're here? If you're here, how do you get here? I'm going to give you some more ideas. I kind of did a video earlier, a couple weeks ago like this, but I want to go a little bit deeper. So you're going to start with abundance, okay? Because if you're not 100% sure what you want, or even if you are and it's not showing up, I'm gonna make it really easy for you. Instead of visualizing and focusing and being attached on what you want, we're gonna go really general. And when I mean general, I think of like, if you just close your eyes for a minute, take a deep breath in. I want you to think of expansiveness, so like beyond you. Because when you get beyond yourself, that's a state of abundance. It's a state of expansion. And that's what we're looking for, a feeling of expansion. You feel that the voids inside your body are filled. You feel fulfilled. And that state of being full, of being fulfilled, that abundant state, when I say start, in the morning when you wake up, you want to start with that. Even, I don't wake up every morning feeling abundant, but I wake up and I'm like, I'm in this trance state, I feel the energy, and I'm like, okay, I'll start saying stuff like to myself, like, I am abundant, I'm abundant. And then you want to feel it. So I use the breath and then I meditate, right? So you want to feel abundant. So start the day with abundance. Don't check your phone. Don't go check your emails. The only thing you should be using your phone for is a timer to set your meditation. And then you close your eyes, you disconnect the 5 senses, and you get to this state of abundance as best you can. Feel abundant. What would make you feel abundant? Okay? I am abundant is a good way to start. Say to yourself, I am abundant. I am abundant. But not in your waking state now. When you first wake out, start the day like that, okay? So that's number 1. Number 2, if you got kids and you can't do this in the morning, I can't help you. You really got to take time for yourself every day in the morning to make this happen. If it means you got to get up an hour earlier, do it. This is going to change your very perspective and the frequency of your vibration, which is going to change your entire world. Okay, so that's number one. Now, that's where you start. You don't end there. This is where you start. This is just the beginning. Number two is you're going to check in with yourself throughout the day. What do I mean by that? When you check in throughout the day, you're going to ask yourself, am I feeling abundant or am I feeling scarcity? Like, are you worried about paying the bills or do you feel abundant? You feel full. Okay? And it's going to be, you're going to be on either one side or the other. You might be in the middle. You might feel like, I don't feel totally scarce, but I don't feel totally abundant. I feel neutral. That's good. Now what you're going to do is you're going to check in and then you're going to get back to abundance. And so throughout the day, you're going to check in with yourself. You need to set a timer every 2 or 4 hours. You set a timer, and then that timer goes off. Your alarm goes off on your phone. Again, I use my phone for timing my meditation and then timing myself throughout the day, if I do, to check in and then shift back to abundance. Okay, now if you check in and you're having trouble shifting back to abundance, this is key because you don't feel abundant. You feel neutral, or you feel that you're back in the hoping. You're kind of worried, you're not in that state of abundance, which means you're in a different timeline, which you don't want to be on. You want to be on this one. Then what you want to do is, an easy way to shift back to abundance is, I want you to ask yourself and focus, and you might have to close your eyes to do this, is just get in touch with your enthusiasm. Where is your enthusiasm? That's all you have to do, is ask yourself that question. So you check in, and if you feel abundant, you're good. If you check in and you feel neutral or you feel sort of negative, right, in this scarcity type mindset, in the body, you feel scarce, then you're going to come back here and to shift back to abundance, you're going to say, where is my enthusiasm? You're just going to ask yourself that question. It's very simple. I started doing this and I was like, oh, I couldn't believe how fast it worked. So you can say, where is your enthusiasm? Where is your enthusiasm? And if you're at work and you got 20 minutes, 30 minutes, instead of going on your phone and checking social media, you're going to say, you're going to put your phone a fucking way, and you're going to say, where is my enthusiasm? Where is my enthusiasm? Once you do that, what's going to happen is law of attraction, right? Your brain's going to start getting ideas. You're going to start getting downloads of things that make you feel enthusiasm. Well, guess what that's going to do? It's going to put you right back into the abundant state. If you start acting on your enthusiasm, you watch this flourish. This is going to expand so quickly, and then you're going to start to see synchronicities. It can happen very fast. Okay, so you start with that question, where is my enthusiasm? But remember, the whole point is you're using tools, techniques like strategies to get yourself into 5 Hertz timeline. Now, if you do this for a few days and you notice it's not working at all because this negative side is too intense for you, then what I'd highly recommend is you schedule some time with me. I'll have a link below the YouTube video. You can schedule some time with me and we'll jump on a call and I'll see if I can help you release any of those energy blocks, fears, past traumas, emotional blocks, okay? And if I can't, I'll tell you, but if I can, I'll tell you and we can talk about how that would work, okay? It's not free, the call's free, but once we jump on the call and I got a better sense of your situation, then at that point, I'll let you know, A, can I help you? And B, where is the block? Because we're going to identify it right in the call, okay? And I do that for free. All right, so back to this. If you're able to shift from this negative state or this hoping, or in this other case, we'll call it the scarcity state, this 3 Hertz timeline to 5, and it's a practice, right? Like I said at the very beginning of this video, you got to be disciplined and you want to keep doing it. There's a guy I worked with this summer. We cleared his energy blocks, and he has a YouTube channel as well, way more popular and way more followers than mine. And I think he's doing like $4,000 a month. He's a pharmacist, and he's spending more time with his kids, which were all the things he came to me at the beginning and said, this is what I want. Okay? So you can have what you want, but you've got to be willing to give something in return for it, and that is going to be your time and your attention, your energy, and what I call your discipline. You got to be disciplined and do this every day. You got to check in once in a while. If you don't check in for 7 weeks and you've been in a negative state, how are you going to get what you want? How are you going to get back on this timeline? You're already on, you're creating momentum on either timeline. What I will tell you is this. Once you practice this and you start to check in, and as you check in, you feel that you're abundant every time you check in, and you don't even have to shift because it's basically step 1, step 2. You start the day with abundance, then you check in throughout the day, and you find that you're in an abundant state because you're following your enthusiasm, right? Which is this state of knowing, which is this high level connected unity vibration. Then you're good. You've got momentum. The hardest time to do this is when you're worried, you're in fear, and then you're trying to get here, but you can't do it on your own. And that's where I will jump on people with a call to help them shift. Why? Why does this work? Because I entangle my vibration with your magnetic field, which is the same word for vibration, right? Our magnetic fields entangle on the call, even though you might be thousands of miles away. And then what happens is your vibration shifts on the call. You get to this state. You know what that feels like for maybe the first time in a long time. And then I give you the meditation so you can practice and do it on your own, okay? Because I'm not here about doing this coaching clients for like, let's work together for 20 years. I'm like a couple sessions, and then you take this and you got to be self-reliant. That's the space we're moving into. We're moving into self-reliance. So if I created a situation where now you're relying on me, that's the old world. The new world is about being self-reliant for me and for you, okay? So start practicing this. Give it a shot. You got to bring energy to this. You got to bring intensity to this. You got to start feeling abundant. Then you got to check in during the day to see, am I still feeling abundant? Or do I feel neutral? Or am I back in this scarcity state where I'm questioning and doubting myself? I could have added that here too, right? If you're questioning and doubting yourself, you're in a different timeline. If you're neutrality, you're in between the two. And if you're over here, you're in 5 hertz, you're going to feel your enthusiasm. You're going to feel an optimism for life. Okay? Awesome. Hope you enjoyed this video. If you've been watching me for a little while, please give me a thumbs up. I appreciate it. And if share it with someone that's important in your life that could benefit from this video and the content. And if you've never watched a video like this before, then please subscribe. And if you're interested in that clearing energy session, like I said, again, there's a link down below. Thanks for watching. I appreciate you. Love you guys. And we'll talk to you next time.